ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya onye ọbụla anyị ya na-achị onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi onye ọbụla anyị ya bụ ọka aka ụbọchị ene ka anyị na-etugha eze ebube dị ngọzi mmalite na ọgwụgwụ ndị gboo wee tụọ oge ebighị ebi onye nwe m ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe nara ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha site n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ na nke ebere dị ngọzi anyị wee na-asị na onwe ihe ọbụla nke anyị onwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anụkpa ahụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ maka na okwu nsọ gị na-adịghị ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi n'ihi na okwu gị niile ga-abịarịrị na mmezu ọbịa nwere Biafra ga-eji wee bịa na mgbe nke anyị wee na-akpọkọ uwe na-arịọ gị na-asị lekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka o metụta gị n'obi onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt gotu agba egbeziga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbe ekwensu bụ zuu nke mmadụ dị ndụ kere anyị wee na-aja gị mma na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị na anyị ga-ekele ha nsọ gị wee nye gị nsọpụrụ ụtọ na-eji ama mgbe niile n'ihi na anyị enweghị chi ọzọ ebezuga gị anyị nwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị ọbịa mere iji wee na-agọzi nsọmụkwụ anyị niile ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa mgbọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile anyị anaghị atụ egwu mmadụ dị ndụ anyị wee na-eto gị eze ebube dị ngọzi sị gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị refe nwanya bụ isi ala nye ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ija ma na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile ka kasisi wee baa ha ọnụ ha wee daa hapụ ikuni ọzọ obodo ekwensu bụ zu ala ọkwa n'iyi eze ebube dị ngọzi anya ọnwa anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkwa ha nsọ gị na-asị na enweghị chi ọzọ egwezuga gị anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana nwee onye kere na n'otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile site n'ebighị ebi mara onye ka a na-arịọ gị ise.
Thank you, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you. Fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom, I know none of you have forgotten that today is the 20th of January, a day to remember, the day Donald J. Trump was sworn in as the 45th president of the United States of America. And as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Onyendu himself requested that Biafrans should commemorate this day and show solidarity with Donald J. Trump. And we have done as he requested, and Biafrans in the homeland, in their numbers came out and in solidarity for Donald J. Trump and also calling for the freedom, unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let me show you some of the scenes of events from the homeland, and after that, there is update also from BLA, the spokesperson of Biafra Liberation Army, Commander Angel Makeup, also spoke, of which I've shared the video since afternoon, and I'm just going to bring it up again on this program. Please join me. Make sure you hit the like button so that people will join us tonight. And I'm going to open the mic for those of us that wants to communicate and want to actually engage tonight to join me tonight. And already the house is full. We have already in the house the first person to comment today is okay, my beloved brother. Okay, Ogoruba. I thank you. Mommy Ego Yibo, Lolo Ego Yibo. Oh, Mommy Biafra, thank you so much. I appreciate you for all you do and all your support for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and for this movement. Thank you so much. Thank you. I also see Alex. I also see Grace. Onwu Bora. Thank you so much. Okpe Chibweze. Thank you so much. I cite you. The house is getting filled up already. Obodekwen Subuzu. Obodondo, yes, Zu Galani. And I also see Chikwe Davison. Thank you so much for joining tonight. It's already a full house, and we need to go. Peter Okafo is also watching. Thank you so much. Let's go and see what our people did today, fearlessly on the streets of Biafra. One day, we are no longer afraid of what the enemies can do, because we know he that is with us is stronger and bigger than he that is with them. The Lion Squad was among them today. If you remember the Lion Squad, if you are among those that joined IPOB from 2012, 2013, 14, you will know what I call the Lion Squad. Yes, They were there also today in commemoration and then in solidarity. Let's go there.
The people of the Eastern region have gathered again in their numbers to demand the unconditional release of their son, their leader, Nnamdi Kanu, and they are demanding for the free Republic of Biafra. Let the international community bear us witness. We are peace-loving people. We have come out to demand for the release of our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. Free Nnamdi Kanu now.
Today, this happened today, live and direct today.
Free Nnamdi Kanu protests happening live in Aba. We are demanding for the unconditional release of our great leader, Nnamdi Kanu. He committed no crime known to law. Free Nnamdi Kanu now. That is what we are demanding today, being the 20th of January, 2026.
20th of January, live and direct. Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, Donald J. Trump,
We are demanding for the release of our leader. Yes. Something is going on today, 20th of January 2026. The indigenous people of Biafra, they are protesting. What they are protesting is very simple. We are demanding. Today is a sad day for us, but also a remarkable day, a memorable day in our anniversary for those who was killed and slaughtered in cold blood day. What was their crime? They committed no offense. The only offense they committed because they stand firm to show their support to Mr. Trump, the President of the United States of America. That was the only offense they committed. We are here demanding the world should know IPOB are not backing down. Indigenous people of Biafra, we are not backing down. Not one day, not today, not forever. Our land must be given. No run, no run. No run, no run, no run. No run, no run. And our demand is still remain many things. We want justice for those being killed on that very day. On that very day, being 20th of January 2017. Those people we are killed on cold blood. We are here declare our own solidarity to the world for that them to know we are demanding justice for the world to know. Since 2021, injustice going on. All the injustice going on in zoo called Nigeria. Our leader's house was invaded on April 14th, 2027. More than 28 people go down. Nigeria government, APC government, killed an innocent and unarmed, armless civilians. They shot them because they are demanding for their rights. Our leader was preparing to go to the court. Nigeria government invaded their home and killed more than 28 people. And we are here demanding the international community to make an investigation over the insecurity going on in Southeast. Many governors of Southeast, their hands are in the insecurity going on in Southeast. Our demands remain thorough investigation for the massacre of our people at Inauguration, Port Harcourt, Cambridge, Onitsha. A lot of atrocity goes on that very day, 2017, 28. Up to 9 years now, nothing has been happening. No investigation. Nothing was going on. We demand justice. We demand justice. We demand justice. The Nigerian government should go out, show us the law they use and sentence him. Yeah. Our demands. Easy. This is our demand. Easy. This is our demand. This is our demand. This is our demand. Let the world know. Let the world know. Let the world know. IPOB are not backing down. We cannot back down. Let the world know. This is our. Let the world know. This is our justice. This is our justice. We need justice. We need justice. Our demand is simple. People are killed at Abia State. People were killed at Imbo, at Imo State, Tiger Base. Our youth have, even at Imo State, all the eastern region in Imo State, our youth have been slaughtered at the Tiger Base. Here in Anambra, go to Lion Base. They have killed a lot of people. The atrocity in the old eastern region, southeast, is unbearable. Trump, we demand you to intervene. Set a culinary justice, ICC International, all over the world. We want the world. We not see the law. 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 This is me, no faith in Zanga. Not a brotherly faith. No freedom, no peace. And I go, nobody fight again. If I let go, no freedom, no peace. Nigeria government will buy. If they shoot bomb, we tell them how we have prepared. We are prepared. We are prepared beyond everything. Donald Trump, they are bribing your representatives. Yes, we are here. Life and direct. Life and direct. Our demand is simple. Our demands are simple. We are life and direct. Our demands are simple. Our demands are simple. Our demands are simple.
Wow, wow, wow. That's I am going to go to another handle right now. Let's go to Nnamdi Kanu's handle on Facebook. Let's go to Facebook and see post from Nnamdi Kanu's brother. Nnamdi Kanu's brother made some post. Prince Kanu's handle today about 1 hour ago. He posted, and I'm going to be showing you these live pictures. These are pictures from the handle. No, not this one. This one, okay. He made a post, a quote from Donald Trump, self-determination. Hope it's there, okay. Yeah. Self-determination is the sacred right of all free people. Donald J. Trump. That's a post, a quote from Donald J. Trump, and Prince Kanu posted that 1 hour ago. IPOB members protest in Southeast to mark pro-Trump rally and massacre and calls for Nnamdi Kanu's release. That's today. Yeah. Donald Trump calls Britain an extremely great stupid country. Trump called Britain an extremely great and stupid country. Now Donald Trump, he doesn't hide it. IPOB hold Trump solidarity rally in Southeast, insists on Nnamdi Kanu's release. Yeah, that's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's picture there. Yeah, that is it. Let me bring you some of the pictures they have on this channel. Here it is. He said, the mysterious persona of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu demands reflection. Those who think that they can crush an ideology should think twice. We remember those who were killed in cold blood in Obibo, Iguacha, River States. Remember. And
Today is the 20th of January. We have gathered in our number to demand the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. All we are demanding is the unconditional release of our great leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The international communities, we are giving you a notice. We are keeping you a notice to be taking record. We are peace-loving people. All we want is the freedom of our people. We need the unconditional release of our leader and the restoration of Biafra. We need the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra. That is all we want. That is all we demand. We need a safe society where freedom of religion can be respected. We need a country that is free from marginalization, victimization, and ethnic bigotry. We need a safe society where rule of law we can't. We need a safe society where our rights can be respected. Biafra. That's what we demand. Free Nnamdi Kanu now.
They are out in their numbers of Aba.
Is the
Yes. If there's another video, I think there should be. There should be another video. Nnamdi is knocking the door. There should be another video. Let's see this one.
This is Anambra State Lion Squad, ESM. We are this junction to request for the release of our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, from the prison, because he did not do anything against the federal.
I muted my mic. That the Lion Squad was also there. So let's bring you the update from BLA spokesperson, General Angel Makeup. Yes. So I'll bring it to you live as it was presented today, the 20th. This was also
26.
The 20th of January, today. Everything happened today. All this happened today. I hope this video is there. Let me position it properly. Everything happened today. Everything happened today. So let's listen to Angel Makeup.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow Biafrans all over the world. No matter your time, location, and your time frame from where you are watching me from. Today is 20th of January 2026. I have come with information, with an update. But before I will proceed, I will never forget to give honor to whom honor is due. In the person of Chief of Armed Forces, in the person of General Igwe Butoza. As you are hearing this information is coming from his office. And I want to also to appreciate and thank the able General, Major General Gento de Yahoo, for giving me the privilege for me to come to address Biafrans on the matters arising. I want to use this medium. Biafrans in homeland want to use this medium to appreciate His Excellency, and I want to direct this message, this broadcast, direct to His Excellency President Donald Trump, the President of the United States of America. Sir, Biafrans in homeland is appreciating you, thanking you. General Igwe Budoza, the Chief of Armed Forces in the land of Biafra, is congratulating you, President Donald Trump, at least for intervening in the killings against Christians, particularly in the land of Biafra. Sir, Donald Trump, there is information I want to pass to you that the Christian genocide that you are hearing in Africa, that you are hearing in Nigeria is occurring, that genocide is directly occurring in the land of Biafra. The Igbos are the ones facing this tribulation, facing this genocide. Sir, I want to bring your attention over the genocide that is currently going on by the Nigerian state government in the quest of Islamizing Christians in the Biafra land. Please, that is why we, the homeland, Biafrans, the freedom fighters, the Biafran agitators, we have come together in thanking you for the one that you are doing. At least we Christians in Biafra land is depending on your activities on how you protect and guide Christians, because on daily basis Nigerian state government are massacring Christians, killing Christians. The terrorists, the Boko Haram, the ISWAP, the Al-Qaeda, the Islamic jihadists, they are now in Nigerian uniform, in Nigerian military, in Nigerian DSS, in Nigerian police, using the Nigerian military uniform to kill Christians. Please, I want to use this medium also to bring the attention of the Prime Minister of the Israel in the person of Benjamin Netanyahu, the able Prime Minister of Israel. Please, we, the Biafra in homeland, are beckoning on you, asking on you, depending on your intervention, because Christians are daily being killed, massacred in the land of Biafra, in the southeast. Please, we use this opportunity. I want to use this opportunity as the privilege and the grace has been given to me by by General Igwe Budoza and the Major General Jeto Diyawu. I want to use this medium to bring the attention of the President of America and the Israel Prime Minister for you to come to our rescue. Please remember Nnamdi Kanu, who has been wrongfully convicted without a law. Please, we are demanding for justice. President Donald Trump, please, Biafrans are demanding for justice for Nnamdi Kanu. We are demanding for justice for Mazi Simoneta. We only demanding for your intervention because Nnamdi Kanu be in prison. Christians in Biafra land are dying on daily basis. For Mazi Simoneta be in Finland prison. Biafrans, Christians.
There's something you must notice from the men on ground. They are consistently asking for the freedom of their leaders. The homeland, Biafrans in the homeland are consistently asking for the freedom of their leaders. Consistently. That's what you must know. There are some people on social media, some impersonators, some criminals that do not care because they are criminals. So just take note of that. In case you have been deceived, open your eyes and see that from the homeland, the concern they have is the freedom of our leaders. Nnamdi Kanu and Odogu Simon Ekpa, and the restoration of the people of the people's country, Biafra Republic government. Okay, so take note. Let's continue to listen to the spokesperson, and I want him to just repeat that again.
I want to use this medium to bring the attention of the President of America and the Israel Prime Minister for you to come to our rescue. Please remember Nnamdi Kanu, who has been long free, convicted without a law. Please, we are demanding for justice. President Donald Trump, please, Biafrans are demanding for justice for Nnamdi Kanu. We are demanding for justice for Mazi Semoneta. We only demanding for your intervention because Nnamdi Kanu be in prison. Christians in Biafra are dying on daily basis. For Mazi Semoneta be in Finland prison. Biafrans, Christians are dying on daily basis. And I want to use the opportunity to inform you, His Excellency, Donald Trump and Netanyahu, that Christians that has been killed, that has been killing in Africa is all Igbos, is all Igbo Christians. Please, we are calling for your help. Biafrans is calling for your help. Please, we, the Biafrans in homeland, through the office of General Igwe Putozo and Major General Gento Diawu and all the state commanders in the Biafra land are calling you for more intervention because currently there is a currently genocide being carried out by the Nigerian state government, Nigerian army, Nigerian police, DSS. They are continuously killing, eliminating Igbos, Christians on daily basis. Remember, I still remain in Jamaica, the person that Nigerian state government came on social media to say that they have killed. I am alive. And why I am alive to bring this update to you is because I am innocent. General Igwe Putozo are innocent. Major General Gento Diawu are innocent. We are not criminals. We are not a terrorist. We are only fighting for the freedom of our people and for the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Semoneta. God bless you. And finally, soon, Major General Gento Diawu will address Biafrans. General Igwe Putozo will address Biafrans. And I want to use this medium to thank all Biafrans who prayed, who volunteered themselves in prayer for the quick recovery of the poison that was given to our general. Today, I want to address you. I want to encourage you that our generals are held now. Chukwuka Abiyama have healed them. Very soon, you will begin to hear from them. God bless you and remain blessed. Share this video very well until it reaches to Donald Trump and the Prime Minister of Israel in the person of Netanyahu. God bless you and remain blessed.
Wow. 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 Thank you, Commander Makeup. Thank you very much. You are awesomely blessed. And Chukwuka Abiyama is your rear guard and your front guard, and every part of you are protected by the Almighty Chukwuka Abiyama. Now, just for the records, for Donald J. Trump to know and to see that Nigeria is a terrorist country, I am going to be showing you now. I'm going to show you now APC. APC, a terrorist country and criminal country. They are openly telling you what they are going to do in 2027. APC chieftain, can you see that? The Gov, one of their members, posted this. APC government, listen, Tinubu has 31 governors. Out of 36 states in Nigeria, Tinubu is controlling 31 governors. Many of them, he has forced them to become APC and all that. Now, follow me closely. I don't know whether this thing is showing the way I want it. Okay, no, it's not. So I have to bring it this way. I have to bring it this way so that you can read it together with me. You can read it together with me. Okay, it's okay like that. Now, Tinubu has 31 governors. He has the treasury. He will give 20,000 per voters. They are already preparing on how they will disenfranchise Nigerians, how they will continue the terrorism and the corruption. He said he will give 20,000 per voters and they will vote him. If they refuse to collect, there will be a glitch in INEC server. So no one can defeat Tinubu in 2027. It is not just a write-up. It is also on video. Let me bring it to you on video. It's live on video. It's not
all the governors have war chest.
You know, here, this APC chieftain actually telling you what they are planning to do. That's why when we tell you Donald J. Trump and when we tell you Benjamin Netanyahu that this is not a country you will ever wish for, even your enemies. So we, being an ally of Israel and America, we will never want to be a part of this corrupt, evil society. A country that is being governed by a drug baron, by a terrorist supporter. We cannot be a part of it. Now look at what they are preparing and planning, and they are telling you brazenly on live video, on national TV, Arise TV, and there is nothing you can do or say about it. Now, listen and watch.
How can you defeat President Tinubu? He has gathered everybody together in one basket. You can't defeat him at all. Money for money, vote for vote. 20,000 per vote. They will have the money to buy everybody. Because all the governors have war chest. They just devote 3 months allocation to settling people. And people are hungry. They will collect. And if you don't...
People are hungry. They will collect. Now they are using hunger. They are weaponizing hunger, using it against the people. He said the people are hungry. They must collect. So they are preparing themselves on how to disenfranchise the people come 2027. And that's why we have never been a part of that, their charade. And it must be made official that Biafra is no longer part of Nigeria. And it has to happen as fast and as quickly as possible. It just has to happen because what is we are planning? Listen to it from the top again. Listen.
How can you defeat President Tinubu? He has gathered everybody together in one basket. You can't defeat him at all. Money for money, vote for vote. 20,000 per vote. They will have the money to buy everybody. Because all the governors have war chest. They just devote 3 months allocation to settling people. And people are hungry. They will collect. And if you don't even collect, there will be a glitch in INEC. There will be a glitch. That's just the truth. I'm just being honest. No need to sugarcoat it at all. No need to sugarcoat it. We are not going to have election in 2027. If you ever have it, nobody can defeat Tinubu the way we are today. I don't know tomorrow. As of today, nobody can defeat President Tinubu because he's in control of almost 31 governors. And they all have allocations to dispense to the people, to INEC, to DSS, to police. Is that not true? We are all. If President Tinubu were to just exercise the utmost wisdom of a statesman, 4 years is enough for him to be president. He has done enough. He has achieved his economic reform. So, political reform is now the front burner of the agenda. We can't continue the way we are now with 100 million naira form to run for office. So, there is a program that will terminate in October 1, a civilian program, a civil society effort. We just pray and wish that President Tinubu can look in our direction. We cannot force him. We cannot plan a military coup against him. We cannot plan a civilian coup against him. He's on the throne. Can he use his...
Are you guys seeing it? Are you seeing what they are preparing for you? Those of you that are Nigerian people. In the Nigeria, are you seeing it? Thank God we are not part of that charade of nonsense. That nonsensical charade, we are not part of it and can never be. We are not part of it and we can never be. So those of you that knows how to tag Donald J. Trump, tag him and let him know. Now, you remember the New York Times that the Nigeria zoo terrorist country are using for propaganda. Donald J. Trump have come out to tell the whole world that that New York Times is fake news. The New York Times is fake news. Donald Trump said. Now listen to him where he said it. Donald Trump said this a few days ago. That it is a few days ago, or I don't know, whenever he said this, but he is confirming that that same New York Times, it's a few days ago, this is US-Iran tension. That same New York Times that Nigeria used as propaganda to start diverting attention and trying to create another ethnic crisis. Donald Trump is telling the whole world that that New York Times is a fake organization. Now listen to Donald Trump.
I think it's fake news, okay? Now, would I do that? Absolutely. But we have not planned for that. Hopefully, we're not going to have to plan for that. And if we did that, we'd send a hell of a lot more troops than that. But I think it's just, where was that story? In the New York Times? Well, the New York Times is fake news. I think it's fake news, okay? Now, would I do that? Absolutely. But we have not planned for that. Hopefully, we're not going to have to plan for that. And if we did that, we'd send a hell of a lot more troops than that. But I think it's just, where was that story? In the New York Times? Well, the New York Times is fake news. Story in the New York Times? Well, the New York Times is fake news. Where was that story? In the New York Times? Well, the New York Times is fake news. Where was that story? In the New York Times? Well, the New York Times is fake news. Where was that story? In the New York Times? Well, the New York Times is fake news. I think it's just, where was that story? In the New York Times? Well, the New York Times is fake news. It's just, where was that story? In the New York Times? Well, the New York Times is fake news.
The New York Times is fake news. Nigeria, you people are so shameless. This is the Donald Trump you are trying to sell that propaganda to. Somebody say busted. Somebody say busted. The New York Times is fake news. You want to hear it again? Let me repeat it like 2 or 3 times. The New York Times is fake news.
Where was that story? In the New York Times? Well, the New York Times is fake news. Where was that story? In the New York Times? Well, the New York Times is fake news. I think it's fake news, okay? Now, would I do that? Absolutely. But we have not planned for that. Hopefully, we're not going to have to plan for that. And if we did that, we'd send a hell of a lot more troops than that. But I think it's just, where was that story? In the New York Times? Well, the New York Times is fake news.
Fake news. So, Nigeria, you have been busted. You want to go and sell fake news to Donald Trump. Now, Donald Trump knows now that he can never, ever trust you. Never. If there was even any time he ever thought of believing you for 1 minute, he will never try it again. Never. People that are patronizing fake news, Donald Trump will come and listen to you. You fake news people. Donald Trump come and listen to you. Donald Trump today has spent 1 year in the White House in the second term. 1 solid year. And it is 1 year to remember, because 1 year where Nigeria was busted. 1 year. 1 year. And this man that is patronizing, this man that is sharing this is our brother in the house. This is the man that is telling Donald Trump about the issue of Nnamdi Kanu. You know this man, Rep. John James. This is the one that was reminding them that Nnamdi Kanu has been set free, and yet the court convicted him on a frivolous law that does not exist. His name is Rep. John James, and he is standing for us. This man is confronting Donald J. Trump and reporting to him what is happening to Nnamdi Kanu. America first, Donald J. Trump. 1 year of results for America. 1 year of results for America. Donald J. Trump's wonderful man. I can see Britain is crying. Britain has been busted and they are crying. I played this video in the morning. And let me play it again for those of you that may not have watched it in the morning. Britain are looking for how they will go and bribe Donald Trump. Of all people, outrageous of going to bribe Donald Trump. God have punished them. Listen.
President Trump is acting like an international gangster, threatening to trample over the sovereignty of an ally, threatening the end of NATO altogether, and now threatening to hit our country and 7 European allies with outrageous, damaging tariffs unless he gets his hands on Greenland. This is an incredibly grave moment for the United Kingdom, Europe, and our world. Without provocation or justification, the President of the United States is attacking our economy, our livelihoods, and our national security. Trump has put British businesses and jobs on the front line in his unprovoked aggression. The only people cheering him on are Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping. Only a few months ago, Trump hailed the special relationship at Windsor Castle. Now, thanks to his actions, it is nearly in tatters. So how do we stop Trump's damaging trade war? For a year now, Madam Deputy Speaker, the Prime Minister has tried a policy of appeasing Trump, flattering him, fawning over him, refusing to stand up to him, because, he argued, otherwise Trump would hit us with damaging tariffs. Well, the Prime Minister has tested his approach to destruction. It has failed. It is time for the government to change course. We have to finally be clear-eyed about the sort of man Trump is and treat him accordingly. He is a bully. He thinks he can grab whatever he wants using force if necessary. And he is corrupt. The most corrupt president the United States has ever seen. So there are only 2 ways of getting him to back down.
Now, he said that Donald Trump is the most corrupt president everyone has seen. And I listened to this man that is calling Donald Trump corrupt. Hey, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Hey. He said Donald Trump is the most corrupt president. Because, you know, they are very corrupt. When they are corrupt, they call other people corrupt. Now, listen, he said the only two ways they can stop him. Listen to him.
Seen. So there are only 2 ways of getting him to back down. Bribing him with a new jet, perhaps, or a few...
Bribing him with a new jet, perhaps.
Few billion in his crypto account. Or standing up to him like we would with any other bully.
Or standing up to him like they would against any other bully. It's either they bribe him or they together decide to stand up against him. So this man is openly in their Senate house admitting that they will be willing to bribe Donald Trump. Bribing him. Can you imagine? To show you how corrupt these bastards are. Very, very corrupt. Very corrupt. Listen to this bastard.
Whatever he wants, using force if necessary. And he is corrupt. The most corrupt president the United States has ever seen. So there are only 2 ways of getting him to back down. Bribing him with a new jet, perhaps, or a few billion in his crypto account. Or standing up to him like we would with any other bully. Standing together with our European allies to make him back down. That's the choice. Which one, Foreign Secretary?
Okay, they're not asking the Foreign Secretary that they have 2 choices. Number 1 is either to bribe him, maybe buy him a new jet, or put money in his crypto accounts. Or another one is to stand up against him with their allies. He's now asking their Foreign Secretary, which one are they going to use? Are you seeing it? So this man, if Britain was not corrupt, only by standing on that Senate and telling you that they are willing and ready to bribe Donald Trump, that is enough to put him in jail. It's enough to put him in jail. But because they are corrupt, very, very corrupt, he's freely telling them in the Senate, let us see if we can bribe Donald Trump. Let's buy him another jet. Let's put money in his crypto account. Or if he doesn't take bribe, let's go and fight him. Now, Britain are ready and are willing to fight Donald Trump because Donald Trump is stopping their evil, their wickedness, their satanic control all across the globe. Donald Trump is standing up against them and they are not believing it. It is shaking them. Now, let me bring you, after all their propaganda, even their news agency in Nigeria, Channels News, decided to invite the man who actually came. Let me, wait 1 minute, guys. Let me refresh this. Let me refresh this tweet, this X. I have to refresh it in a minute. I'll bring you this news. The man who made it possible for Donald Trump to know what was happening in Yelewata, in all these Christian areas of Middle Belt. The man who did the needful that Ogenkere was trying to take the glory. These are the people that did the needful, that went to Donald Trump and the House to expose what was called Christian genocide. This man, he is here, and they invited him in Channels News. You are going to see what Channels News, this brown envelope journalists, were telling him. They were telling him that Nigeria is trying to tell their own side of the story. Which side of the story? Their own propaganda style of the side of the story. No, I want you to listen to this. This is about 14 minutes. After this, I have put on my link. So if there's anybody that wants to come in, please, you can come in. At least we'll be able to spend some time, maybe like 10, 15 minutes more, if there's anyone that comes in. Otherwise, let's just listen to this and call it a night. Let's go.
Thank you very much, Chamberlain. And my sister Margaret, thank you. Long time. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
All right. I think there's no need for the federal government to contract the DCI group to contract this Republican strategist, Peterson and McCabe. These are famous political strategists in the UK, in the US, and for so long a time they've been contracting for basically corporations. You know, they contracted before now for just 2 countries. Look, what is happening in Nigeria demands action. As they say in common parlance, action speaks louder than words. So what we are calling the Nigerian government to do is to just take an action on what is happening in Nigeria. You are spending $9 million to consult a firm in America, in Washington, D.C., to launder your image. There's no need for this. Because some of us who have called for this CPC designation are still in the U.S. We're still talking to the same persons these guys are talking to.
You see, these are the people that called for the designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern. These are the people that did it. And he said, we are the people that did it, and we are still there. We are still talking with the people. We are still giving them all the updates they need to have, the truth they need to know. So why are you going to launder your image and you are paying $9 million? At the end of the day, the only thing you could bring up is the propaganda of a bar that is selling screwdriver in Onitsha. Just imagine that. That's what this young man is telling them. There's no need for you to do that because it is dead on arrival.
Action on what is happening in Nigeria. You are spending $9 million to consult a firm in America, in Washington, D.C., to launder your image. There's no need for this. Because some of us who have called for this CPC designation are still in the U.S. We're still talking to the same persons these guys are talking to. So at the end of the day, this $9 million is just going to go down the drain because it's not going to achieve any purpose.
Down the drain.
Well, I do not know how you come to that conclusion. I mean, I want to imagine that part of the advice that before a government takes an action, they would have, thought of.
Listen to this one. No, listen to a typical zoo journalist. He's telling him she doesn't know how he came to that conclusion. Don't you know what came out of that 9 million? Maokbe, or whatever your name is. Didn't you see what they reported from Newsweek? New York Times? New York Times that even Donald Trump have identified as fake news. New York Times reported that a man in Onitsha, that said his screwdriver, is the one that informed Donald Trump and influenced him to come and bomb terrorists in Nigeria. Just listen to Maokbe.
Well, I do not know how you come to that conclusion. I mean, I want to imagine that part of the advice that before a government takes an action, they would have, thought about what the loopholes were for us to have gotten where we got to. Because a lot of people were very worried by the intervention of the United States. Now, they didn't, there were, well, I say mixed reactions to that intervention, especially the tweet. The message on Truth Social released by President Donald Trump in terms of how they intend to come into Nigerians, guns a-blazing, to save Christians. Now, a number of people figured that if it was just about insecurity and to come against terrorists and to fight general insecurity because it also had a way of affecting U.S. interests, perhaps in Nigeria or around Nigeria, as the case might be, a number of people might have said, well, the United States is welcome. But what they were afraid of is the manner in which this happened. The fact that the U.S. said they were standing up for Christians in Nigeria. You saw, I do not know how well you followed the dispute that followed afterwards. But, Nigerians basically were walking on eggshells after that particular declaration, given just how sensitive religion is as an issue in Nigeria, and the fact that both sides, Christians and Muslims, had suffered casualties as a result of the work of terrorists in our country. So for you, when you look at that narrative and how it had the potential to affect us internally, I mean, even, conflagrate what was potentially a combustible issue, do you think that we should just sit down, or do you think a government should fold its hands and not try and get his own side of the story heard as well?
Are you listening to how this journalist is, painting the whole thing and pushing it around left, right, and center and coming to land on the soft land of where Nigeria should also steer their own side of the story? Which side of the story do you want to tell? Apart from this propaganda you are seeing, which side of the story? Or is it a lie that there are terrorists? Is it a lie that Christians are being genocided? Is it a lie that there are IDP camps everywhere in the Middle Belt? Is it a lie that over 600,000 people are in IDP camps in Benue State alone? Is it a lie? So which side of the story you want to present? Okay, your own side of the story that it is not a Christian genocide. Then what is it if it is not a Christian genocide? And you claim, okay, everyone are dying, but people are dying. What effort have Nigeria made to stop the unaliving of people? No effort. Not made any effort. Not single effort. People keep dying continuously. And you want to tell your own side of the story. This is unbelievable. That's why Nigeria must end. Because everyone that supports Nigeria are encouraging this evil. And the evil has no end. And the only way it can end is to break up that evil entity called Nigeria. Their own side of the story.
Nigeria, and the fact that both sides, Christians and Muslims, had suffered casualties as a result of the work of terrorists in our country.
No story to tell.
For you, when you look at that narrative and how it had the potential to affect us internally, I mean, even conflagrate what was potentially a combustible issue. Do you think that we should just sit down, or do you think a government should fold its hands and not try and get his own side of the story heard as well?
Okay, thank you very much. The side of the story in this context is just the truth. We are Nigerians.
The side of the story in this contest is just the truth. Because there is only one side of the story. Only one side of the story. Now, it's either you tell these people that they are lying, or you now tell us the truth by yourself. And the evidence is clear that they are not lying. So, and I love the answer my brother gave him. He said the side of the story to this particular issue here is the truth. That's the only side of the story. There's only one side of the story, the truth. It's just like Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu have a side of story that he's even asking Omotosho. Omotosho, okay, tell me your own side of the story. Omotosho, your own side of the story. Please show me the law. Because Nnamdi Kanu knows the law Omotosho is trying to use. And he knows that the law does not exist. It doesn't exist. So he's telling Omotosho, because in a court of law, before you sentence someone, a law must be valid and it must exist. You cannot be bringing a law that doesn't exist and using it against somebody. And then some people will say, he's a judge, he can decide. So judges can just create their own law inside the court, just like Nigeria is now creating their own story from the blues. And they want you to know that, they believe that whatever story they tell you is the story. Even though it is not true, but just take it because Nigeria have told you. Very evil, senseless people.
Do you think that we should just sit down, or do you think a government should fold its hands and not try and get its own side of the story heard as well?
Mark Bear.
Okay, thank you very much. Mark Bear, the side of the story in this context is just the truth. We are Nigerians. Section 14, sub A, paragraph 2, sub 2, paragraph A of the Nigerian Constitution, 1999 says, sovereignty belongs to the people. We are the sovereign, not the government. We are the sovereign. And it is we the people. I want to correct that narrative. It is we the people, the victims, who have called on the United States to act, because the United States has the responsibility to protect, responsibility to protect as a cardinal principle, when it comes to situations like this. Now, let me take you on a timeline of these activities. Before now, we the people, we have called this genocide several times. Genocide has been happening against us, against Christians, by groups that are not related to us, coming to Christian communities, trying to obliterate Christian communities, displacing our people into the IDP camps, and taking over their land. Except anybody wants to, deny this obvious fact, that genocide has been happening not just now, for so long a time. In Nigeria, when in 2001 or so, Nigeria was to host Miss World, these guys went on rampage in Kaduna, burnt churches, that is genocide. You are killing these guys because they are Christians. You are burning churches because it is a Christian place of worship. Simple. Just because of Miss World. Nobody says anything about it because it is we Nigerians that were complaining. There was a time that there was this Danish cartoon, the so-called Danish cartoon is about Prophet Muhammad in Denmark. Nigerians paid the price. For what? Because they are Christians. That is genocide. It fits the intent and purposes of what genocide is all about. The spirit and letters of Article 2 of the Genocide Convention of 1946. It fits into it completely, but we're denying this.
Mr. Oto, I do not wish to minimize. I do not wish to minimize, the sufferings of communities across, the place where you come from. I know that we spoke with you shortly after the massacre in Yelwata, where you hail from. But you also, as some people will say, that you also cannot minimize the sufferings of other communities, other groups. For instance, what happened in Borno State, which is still reeling from the massacres that have happened as a result.
Now, when they talk about this, just imagine what Markba is saying. You cannot minimize the suffering of that. Have they at any point in time minimized or said that Muslims are not affected or anything? Why these people are always bringing narrative that doesn't exist? Well, I love it because I know that my brother have answers for her.
Result of Boko Haram insurgency. How do we describe that? We know that these issues are a little more complicated than a dry cut description that were given to them. and that, you know, our country is such that, as you rightly said, something that happens in another place can have an effect. So when a president says, I'm intervening on behalf of one group of people to the detriment of another, or seemingly to the detriment of another group of people, you know, shouldn't there be concerns, especially by those who are supposed to be leading all of this group of people?
Okay, let's break down this for easy understanding. Now, we admit the fact that there are Boko Haram in our country. It's so unfortunate that our country is the number 5th country in the whole world, placed on number 5 as a country that has hosted the highest number of Islamist terrorist organizations. So unfortunately, we are only we're number 5. We've only been surpassed by Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iraq, and Somalia. So we are number 5. We have ISWAP, we have Boko Haram, we have Lakurawa, we have Ansaru, and we have the most vicious terrorist organization in Nigeria that is in the Middle Belt, the Fulani ethnic militia. Now, if these Islamists kill fellow Muslims, that's terrorism. But if they kill Christians, they are killing Christians because of their faith. That is genocide. So let's break it. It's so unfortunate that they are killing everybody. So wherever genocide takes place, the people of that faith or that tribe were also affected. Like in Rwanda, when the Hutus were killing Tutsis, they were also killing moderate Hutus. So there's no difference. In Bosnia, when the Serbs were killing Bosnia under Milosevic, the Slobodan Milosevic, this guy that was jailed for life by the International Criminal Court, they were also killing some Serbians. So there's no difference about this. So when it's unfortunate that they kill Muslims, and when they do, that is terrorism. But when they kill Christians, they kill them because of their faith. Genocide. And that is genocide. Simple. So let's not take away this fact. We've been seeing how they've been trying to spin the narrative to say, oh, everybody's been involved. We are not responsible for the crime.
You see, our brother, Frank Uto is the name of our brother. This our brother, who is also a trained lawyer, is not denying the fact that there is terrorism. He's telling you that when these Muslims kill their fellow Muslims, you understand, they are doing that as an act of terrorism, because they are killing fellow Muslims who actually maybe have a different belief system, a different sect of Islam, or maybe they have refused to be hardliners like them. But when they go after Christians and unalive Christians, it is because of their faith. Because of your faith. That's why they unalive you as a Christian. And that is what? Genocide. So you cannot compare the two. That is genocide and there is terrorism. Okay? Thank you.
So there's no difference about this. So when it's unfortunate that they kill Muslims, and when they do, that is terrorism. But when they kill Christians, they kill them because of their faith. And that is genocide.
Thank you.
So let's not take away this fact. We've been seeing how they've been trying to spin the narrative to say, oh, everybody's been involved. We are not responsible for the creed these guys were killing.
They are trying to spin the narratives. I have a guest. So let me quickly bring him in before maybe the mic sometimes misbehaves. Amy, are you there?
I'm here, Pastor Mama. Good evening from here.
I want to give you the mic because sometimes I know that this network sometimes acts up sometimes. Or do you want to be patient and see it through to the end, what the guy is saying?
Come again?
I said, do you want to speak now, or do you want the young man to finish talking?
Okay, let him finish talking so I can pick more points.
Beautiful, beautiful. So let's allow him to talk. So even if the network removes you, please try and come back in, okay? All right, thank you.
No problem.
They were inculcated with. We're not responsible for that. These guys, they were growing up in the street. They were given a creed that is based on hatred, on violence, and asked that they should go after their enemies. And today, these guys have grown into monsters. They are coming into communities. When they came into my community, they've been killing us in my community almost every month. But June 13th and 14th last year was on a large scale, on a different scale. And that is why many of us are standing up and not relenting, because it's too much. I've lost more than 70% of the people I knew while growing up, just because of these guys. We didn't do anything. We are in our land. These guys will come in the depth of the night and kill a 1-day-old baby, a 90-year-old father. For what? That is what we're saying. and the Nigerian government will be calling on them several times to act. Look, Maupe, we've been using the word genocide for so long, but the Nigerian government has not been acting. Even in January of 2018, if you remember the mass murder that happened in Guma local government under when Otom was governor, there was a mass burial of about 78 people that were killed in my local government of Guma. We called it genocide at that time. On the official program, it was written genocide. If you go to where they were buried today on in Makurdi, Welfare Quarters Road, Welfare Quarters Mobile Police Road, the signboard is there. Burial of the victim of Fulani genocide. So Nigerian government has not been acting. We're calling it exactly what it is. So since they've not acted, we called on a senior brother. Look, we've not been protected by these people, by our own government. And let me finally, before I conclude this this chapter, let me tell you, unfortunately, the people killed in Yerwata, 90% of them voted for APC. They voted for the government to defend them on their own part. They fulfilled their social contract responsibility by coming to exhibit their civil duty and voted for this particular government. My cousin, Nsuteze, was the agent of APC in the last election.
All right, we need to wind down. So could you tell us, you've also that narrative that it's there, which was attributed to Biafra separatists who are, quote unquote, the ones championing this cause, and so government needed to also get the right narratives out there so people don't get the wrong impression about what's going on.
Are you seeing that? So this guy, for you to know that these news people are always being paid for what they are doing. So he has to twist in or chip in this issue of Biafra separatists that the government have to come in and present it so that they will know that it is Biafra separatists. You see this guy, Chamberlain is bringing this one in because that is part of the things they were paid to do. And I'm happy that this, my brother here, will always have something to respond to that. I want to take back Chamberlain's own again and see what my brother will respond. Just quickly.
Was the agent of APC in the last election.
All right, we need to wind down. So could you tell us, you've also that narrative that it's there, which was attributed to Biafra separatists who are, quote unquote, the ones championing this cause, and so government needed to also get the right narratives out there so people don't get the wrong impression about what's going on.
Right narrative.
Chamberlain, you see, that is a power of propaganda. You're in the media, so you know what propaganda is. That is the power of propaganda. The designation of Nigeria as a CPC had nothing, absolutely nothing to do with Biafra. Absolutely nothing. We, the victims, we're the ones in the forefront, the main victims of the genocide in Nigeria. Before now, you knew when my Lord Bishop Anabi of the Catholic Diocese of Makurdi came to the U.S., addressed the U.S. Congress in March.
Did you hear what he said? He said that the designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern was not because of Biafra. And this guy is actually correct. The America, they are aware of what's happening around the globe. But the fact that this issue came very tough on America to designate Nigeria, it is because this team of people were pushing the USA and they went to the Congress. All those nonsense that Ogenkere and Elias were posing and telling you, we are the people. It is because of us they designate Nigeria. Now you can see it. This guy is telling you, they didn't cite Biafra issue. The fact is that even Ogenkere and the rest of them, all they were doing was just photoshops. They were just taking photo. They came to that meeting that day, and then they were just taking photo. They didn't engage. Elias did not speak. Ogenkere was not even there to speak. He was just there to take pictures. After the whole meeting, they came and they were taking pictures. These are the people that engage. The middle Belton people are the people that engage. They were showing evidence of their people that were massacred. Ogenkere and Elias, so Elias was supposed to be a lobbyist, did not even go there to present the issue of Biafra. Just like I told you people, very soon we are going to come up with a lot of vivid and concrete evidence of the actions we are now taking in Washington. Now that the Biafra Republic government, everything Ogenkere was doing in Washington was all, the more you look, the less you see. Now we are going to be engaging, of which we have started that engagement, and I will be bringing you both real meetings, concrete engagement and very planned negotiations going on in Washington and with the American government as related to Biafra. Because this time around, we have to take our case by ourselves there. Not because these people reported the genocide going on in their own side of the divide. Of course, it is not only in their own side. The genocide is going on everywhere, actually. In Biafra also. But it is more intense, much more intense in their own area of the divide. And they took it personal and went there. But some idiots that want to make you believe that they are the ones doing it because they want to destroy everything that PM is doing. Yes, they want to destroy everything that PM is doing. They decide to say, hey, we are the one that made it. We are the one that Washington, found your this thing. Criminals everywhere. Now, this guy is telling you it had nothing to do because they didn't mention Biafra there. They did not mention Biafra there when they were, confronting these people. They don't mention Biafra. It is only one of these men, one of those congressmen that mentioned the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Why? Because he has personal encounters with some of these avid people and some of these Nnamdi Kanu's friends that have been engaging them. Not Ogenkere, not Elias Derasolis. Okay? So I didn't intend to go this way, but I just want you to spot it out and know that when Isaiah Anyogo, the criminal Isaiah Anyogo, comes out to deceive some of you, to tell you that we are doing this in Washington, D.C. Lie, lie, lie. Isaiah Anyogo is doing nothing for Biafra. Listen to this. Let me take it off.
Also get the right narratives out there so people don't get the wrong impression about what's going on.
Somebody, you see, that is a power of propaganda. You're in the media, so you know what propaganda is. That is the power of propaganda. The designation of Nigeria as a CPC had nothing, absolutely nothing to do with Biafra. Absolutely nothing. We, the victims, we're the ones in the forefront. The main victims of the genocide in Nigeria. Before now, you knew when my Lord Bishop Anabi of the Catholic Diocese of Makurdi came to the U.S., addressed the U.S. Congress in March of last year. That was even long before Yerwata happened. In March last year, and asked for the designation of Nigeria as a species. When Yerwata happened, I was invited to Washington, D.C. I spoke at the iconic National Press Club, located just 2 blocks away from the White House. I addressed American Congress and American press, and I called for the designation of Nigeria as a CPC because I'm a victim. My community is placed on the edge of a precipice. It's at the point of being obliterated completely. So we called for this protection. After July, I've addressed the American Congress twice again in December last year and in January this year. Last week I was in Washington. Last week Wednesday, I addressed the American Congress.
After I have been approaching the Congress on a regular basis. Do you know what Ogenkere did? Ogenkere went to the building where they normally meet. There was no senator, there was no congressman. He gathered the people, paid for the hall, or whether they gave him for free, I don't know. He put Biafra something there and started talking. There was no congressman that was there for them to question. And they called it Congress briefing. Shameless criminal like Ogenkere.
That I met people, congressmen who were invited to Nigeria recently, like Congressman Bill Heisinger from Michigan. He was invited to Nigeria. I think he was hosted by Tony Olumelu in December and was hosted by the government. We tried to disabuse his mind. Look, these guys are just trying to hide the narrative.
All right,
the truth of what is happening. So it is we, the victims, and not Biafra. So anytime they call Biafra, and let me tell you something. Just a moment.
Unfortunately, we're completely out of time, but it's something that, of course, it doesn't just end here. It's an ongoing concern, and we'll also find time to revisit the matter as it was. So we do thank you for talking to us this morning, Frank Ojo, a lawyer and a native of Yawata. Thank you for your time. And is it good night or good morning now because you need to get back to sleep?
Good morning. I'm going back to sleep.
All right. Thank you, and all the best to you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, so there you go.
All right, shut up. Let's engage with this all these brown envelope journalists. All right, I'm going to give you the microphone now, my brother Emmy. Please go ahead and give me your own submission.
All right, Pastor Vava, good evening from here and to your viewers. It's so funny how these brown journalists don't usually have a time when serious issues are being discussed, but
Exactly.
when
The
it's
guy
to
wanted
give,
to say more things about Biafra people, but he didn't give him time to talk about Biafra.
yeah, but if it's to give Wike or the audience the whole day to talk nonsense, they will have all the airtime in the world. But that's okay. I wanted to just address Biafrans. We should be worried if there is sudden love from Nigerian government or from the north and from the west at this particular time towards the southeasterners. We should know that their love is not unconditional. It's a fake one, and is to portray a bad image. So they on an unpopular opinion, the propagandas are actually going to do us more good if only we coordinate and strategize the whole thing that is happening. And I heard yesterday or 2 days ago that they are to propose to President Trump about breaking up Nigeria as part of their solutions. And we should be looking at a permanent solution because let's just assume that P2B becomes president. That's if Atiku allows him to even win the primaries under ADC. Because I keep saying that Atiku is a tool being used by federal government to subdue their opponents. So let's assume P2P wins and becomes the president of Nigeria. The question is, how far would he go in dealing with these problems Nigeria is facing? And let's say President Trump completes his second tenure somewhere in 2028, and he leaves the office, and somehow the Democrats regains power and come back again. What is the future of Nigeria? So those who are looking at the permanent solution to Nigeria should be rallying behind these senators who are proposing the breakup of Nigeria. And now, to Biafrans, our duty and our job now is to actually start a massive campaign as to why the breaking Nigeria is a permanent solution, and to whom should these countries be entrusted to, or definitely not Ogenkere and or Ngozi Group. So it's a call for Biafrans to fall back to the original Brigi, as Simon Ekpa structured it, and as Nnamdi Kanu has many times, vindicated Simon Ekpa and asked people to go follow him and listen to him. So there is no more need to ask who should it be. The structure is already there, the government is already there, everything is just laid out already. So what we need is to come back and join the queue and begin the massive carol as to why Nigeria should be broken up, so that each country that would eventually emerge after the breakup will then go and protect their border and checkmate these terrorists accordingly. Because if Israel somehow didn't become their country, I don't think there's gonna be a country named Israel by now. And the only reason why they are against the North is against Nigeria breaking up is because they know it will be much difficult for them to conquer the whole. Imagine Fulanis coming to Biafra to evangelize, to even have a mosque. I mean, everything will be really checkmated. So the call is to our people out there who are still confused. Our prayers are being answered. It's just left for us to put ourselves together and do what is needful. If we miss this opportunity, it will take another 100 years to return to this level where we are now. So,
Honestly.
Biafrans, come back to Brigi. The doors are still open, and there are a lot to do, and this is just the beginning. Let's go and do the massive campaign on Twitter. You tag them. Breaking up Nigeria is the only solution, because no amount even if you kill the sponsors of terrorists, what about those that has been radicalized, that are growing up, that in the next 5, 10 years, 15 years, they will still rise again, and dealing with them won't be possible in Nigeria because Tinubu is gone. Let's say P2B comes, does his 4 years or 8 years, goes, another Fulani is going to come back to the government. What happens again? Then it becomes another, and then there might not be another Trump or another Netanyahu then to checkmate these guys. So
Exactly.
let's use what we have now properly. Thank you very much.
Wow, wow. Thank you very much. And I like your choice of words, campaign, because if we do not rise up now to make this campaign and get very serious, Nnamdi Kanu want every Biafran to be on X. Every Biafran be on, engage on X. Not where you come and be gossiping, Hey, gossip, this one, this one. No. If there's anything you want to set record straight, while you set the record straight, make sure you focus again. Because I know some people that the only time they on their ring light is when they want to attack somebody. When they want to call Van name or want to call, I am not only here to start calling Ogenkere name or Ngozi Oraboze name. No. If I want to address them, I address them, but it will not make me to lose focus of where we must go. There are things we must continue addressing. Tag Donald J. Trump, continue to break this zoo, or everybody will perish there. Continue, let's engage. Let's engage. Then we need to also support our homeland, so that our homeland will be very much active. Those that are already aware in the international scene or in diaspora, you will also be creating more awareness, so that some of these people that are deceiving our people in the homeland will not succeed in deceiving them anymore. You cannot be deceiving people, lying to them. Like Ngozi kept lying to them, that she will send them whistle. Who said she conducted the election alongside Anambra State? At the end of the day, who is the governor that Ngozi voted for that became the governor of Anambra State, Enugu State, and all those people? Who is the governor? And after that, he start lying. First and foremost, he said Biafrans will not be allowed to carry gun. Who will give them gun that they will carry? Did she give anybody gun to protect themselves? And then recently, maybe tomorrow, I will try and talk about thank God for those that their eyes are open now, that are, abandoning that evil camp. Ugo247 was saying yesterday how that Ngozi was insisting that Gentle the Yahoo must speak with her on video for 2 hours. What did she intend to do for 2 hours? Speaking to a commander on ground that you know that the whole of Nigeria zoo are after that guy to eliminate him, so that you will put him on tracking and eliminate him like you eliminated others. All those kind of deception and manipulation that they have manipulated all these other people, you can just create that awareness and let them know that, look, people must follow the legacy of Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa. Look at what took place today in Biafra land. With enough awareness, there should have been more people that will join. Even though we may not start announcing that people are going out to, but the awareness in the homeland, on ground, will make people to know that something like this is about to happen. So when there is need for sit at home, then we'll pass the message from the admins. The admins will pass the message to the people in the homeland. And then without us even making noise about these things, actions will be taking place in the homeland. And in the diaspora, our foreign affairs ministers will be going to the places they need to go, knocking the doors they need to knock for the freedom of our leaders and for the recognition of our own nation. Very, very important. We continue this campaign and we intensify it. Thank you very much, my brother Emi, for this, your update and then your submission. So I think that's it from me. From here is getting to close to midnight here. I want us to continue. Please, let's keep encouraging ourselves. If you are not on Twitter, get onto Twitter. Create an account. Remember, Nnamdi Kanu told us about Twitter Tuesday, every Tuesday. Some of us have even forgotten it. They've forgotten it. We're no longer doing some of the things, but rather now, some people are just busy. You see that they'll come and say, Biafra is here, Biafra is here. We are now a sovereign nation. Don't let them deceive you. We are not yet a sovereign nation. We have not been recognized. We have not yet been recognized. We are not yet a sovereign nation. The bastards are lying to you that they're a sovereign nation. The lady was telling people that time that the flight to take people to Nigeria, she wasn't even talking about Biafra. To take people to Nigeria is available. We have made all the necessary arrangements. Up to today, none of you ask her, Madam, where is the flight going to the Nigeria, or which part of Nigeria are you going to now? Where is that flight? When we're talking about Biafra, one idiot will be talking about Nigeria, and then some people will be deceived following them. because the person is just making noise and shouting and doing her hand like this and doing like this and doing like this. And they deceive our own. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu Hamadi Kendibo. Ega derendo. Ige mutarangi Biafra. Mazu atoria mahato here. And ige shiong until Biafra habia. And then that a sovereign nation without independence. Can you imagine? All these politicians, you see them, by the time we get serious and they see that there is a collective will among our people to fight for this freedom. You see those boys in Aba today, they were fearless. That fear must disappear because we must outnumber them, and we know that we outnumber them. The reason why the protests in Iran is still going on, even though they have unalived over 5,000 people, and yet they keep protesting, it is because the people are tired of their suffocation. They want to be free. There's a place where they will push it to now, push it to. Donald Trump will be forced to send in troops and come on ground. Look at what they did in Venezuela. You know, we must get to that point whereby we will push and push and push and push, and then the support that the zoo thought we cannot get, we'll get it by force. So nobody will be deceiving anybody again. And those that are one Nigerian that are hiding inside us, they will all be busted and exposed. So thank you very much. I'm going to leave it here. And let me play this from this guy. What's his name again? Nonsonkwa. I don't know. After he prayed this prayer, I don't know whether he even means it. I've not even seen him again, but it's a good one.
Onye ọbụla bụ onye Igbo na-tinye na-ewepụ ka hapụ ịtọhapụ Nnamdi Kanu. Igwe ka alụmụ na ọha gbuo ogu, Amadi ọha gbuo ogu, Arụsị Ọgbaga gbuo ogu, Arụsị Ọkụzụ gbuo ogu, Arụsị Ọkịja gbuo ogu, Arụsị enwere n'ala Igbo gbuo ogu, Okike Abịama kpọọ gị ọkụ. Onye ọbụla bụ onye Igbo na-tinye na-ewepụ ka hapụ ịtọhapụ Nnamdi Kanu. Igwe ka alụmụ na ọha gbuo ogu, Amadi ọha gbuo ogu, Arụsị Ọgbaga gbuo ogu, Arụsị Ọkụzụ gbuo ogu, Arụsị Ọkịja gbuo ogu, Arụsị enwere n'ala Igbo gbuo ogu, Okike Abịama kpọọ gị ọkụ.
All is coming. In this era, I have prayed to Chukwu Abiyama. Anybody who takes your project for granted, this restoration of your kingdom upon the face of the earth, kill the person, myself included. If I am false, start with me. Any other person who comes out to challenge the sanctity of this very effort we are making, strike that person down.
Yes.
As they have today struck down the idiot. He wants to commit suicide. This is the beginning. As eventually, that when you hear IPO, when you hear Radio Biafra name, all of you will be disgraced one after the other to serve as a warning, as an example to the rest. That Chukwu Okike Abiyama asked us to come. Chukwu Okike Abiyama determined that we should come. If you come with us, all is coming. In this era, I have prayed to Chukwu Abiyama. Anybody who takes your project for granted, this restoration of your kingdom upon the face of the earth,
yes,
kill the person, myself included. If I am false, start with me. Any other person who comes out to challenge the sanctity of this very effort we are making, strike that person down. As they have today struck down the idiot. He wants to commit suicide. This is the beginning. As eventually, that when you hear IPO, when you hear Radio Biafra name, all of you will be disgraced one after the other to serve as a warning, as an example to the rest.
Yes.
That Chukwu Okike.
We are going to do wonders. I want you all to understand that
we are in a very big battle. Battle for freedom is not for lily-livered people. It's not for kids. Battle for freedom, they throw bombs, rockets for people to get freedom. So freedom is not meant for people that are too emotional. It's not meant for people that somebody will talk this and talk that and they begin to shiver. No. I am born for Biafra to come. And I'm going to help Nnamdi Kanu to get Biafra. Believe me. Go and mark today's date. I want to assure Biafrans, so long as you continue to stand on your freedom, I will be there for you. So long as you continue to maintain that you have a right to live, I, Simon Ekpa, will be there. Any day, anytime.
Ask it. Like from one of your previous broadcasts, you said that you need about 100 men from Biafra land to join you in this struggle.
Yes.
So I've been wondering within myself since then, trying to know what kind of men are these men that you need.
The type of men we need are those who are pure at heart, loving Biafra with all their being, willing to sacrifice anything sacrificable for the restoration and the sustenance of Biafra. People who will gladly give anything, I say anything, to ensure that Biafra is restored. And I have a shocking news for you. In all the years that we have been agitating for the freedom of our people, I have not found up to 15 people who are the way that we are. Who are willing to sacrifice everything sacrificable to make sure that Biafra is restored without enmity, without rancor, without greed, without jealousy, without any personal interest.
Have you heard it? Without greed, without jealousy, without any personal interests. Bunch of evil people you are seeing today are greedy people, people with personal interests, criminal recorded people, people who want to overthrow another person and take over from that person, people who know that they cannot do what Simon Ekpa have done, but yet they want to answer Simon Ekpa's name, people who know that they are working with Fulani, yet they are claiming DPM, God-forsaken bastards. God-forsaken bastards. They are the people you are seeing today. You see them? Are you not seeing them today? People who are calling my boss, my boss, my boss, my boss, my boss. But if they go in their secret, they wish that man to remain in prison forever. Ogenkere on a phone speaking with Prime Minister Simon Ekpa's lawyer told her and said Simon Ekpa will rot in jail. Ogenkere. You people don't know anything, no? You people don't know anything. Any one of you listen to Ogenkere, God will punish you. Open her God-forsaken mouth and said that let Simon Ekpa come out right now and then we will discuss on this table that she is the one in charge. Selfish interest, criminal people, God-forsaken bastards. Listen to Nnamdi Kanu. I want to start it again. I will start this message again. Open your ear and listen because open your ears and listen to Onyendu.
Ask it.
Like from one of your previous broadcasts, you said that you need about 100 men from Biafra land to join you in this struggle.
Yes.
So I've been wondering within myself since then, trying to know what kind of men are these men that you need.
The type of men we need are those who are pure at heart, loving Biafra with all
what happened?
their being,
willing to sacrifice anything sacrificable for the restoration and the sustenance of Biafra. People who will gladly give anything, I say anything, to ensure that Biafra is restored. And I have a shocking news for you.
Shocking news.
In all the years that we have been agitating for the freedom of our people, I have not found up to 15 people who are the way that we are, who are willing to sacrifice everything sacrificable to make sure that Biafra is restored, without enmity, without rancor, without greed, without jealousy, without any personal interest. We have been fighting for years. I'm telling you, in all my life, I have not come across up to 15 people that will do anything for Biafra. Never have not. And Chukwukika Biama said, until there are 100 of you, nothing will happen. I need minimum 100 of you that can dedicate and give anything for Biafra, and then you see Biafra come. Then we are pushing for that and praying for that, and this year we are going to make very serious inroads, that I can assure you. So if you are one of those who are prepared, I want you to, the analogy, the simplest analogy is like the disciples that followed Yeshua in the New Testament. Yeshua said to them, you must abandon everything. Everything, even those of you who are fishers of men, you must abandon everything you're doing and come and follow this very ministry. Come and join this very gospel. That is the mindset our people will need to have. It doesn't matter how poor you are, how wealthy you are. You must be prepared. I'm not asking you.
It doesn't matter how poor you are. It doesn't matter how wealthy you are. When you are wealthy, that your wealth is for the freedom. If you are poor, that your poverty is for the freedom. Anything you are, it doesn't matter. A man say he's a millionaire in dollars. He told me that he's a millionaire in dollars. How can you be a millionaire in dollars and every day you are busy making Biafrans to suffer and then asking for money? Fund your freedom, fund your freedom. If you don't fund your freedom, God will punish you. You'll be insulting people. A millionaire in dollars, so he claimed. What of now that you have found out that he's not a millionaire in dollars, but he lied to you? He lied to you. He lied to you. Is that not clear evidence that he's fake, that he's a criminal, that he cannot get you anything, that he's a bastard, that he's God-forsaken, that he's cursed? Continue fooling yourselves. Continue.
Join this very gospel. That is the mindset our people will need to have. It doesn't matter how poor you are, how wealthy you are. You must be prepared. I'm not asking you in the physical to abandon everything you're doing, but in the spirit, your mindset has to be such that you are willing and prepared to abandon everything in life and to sacrifice anything sacrificable to get Biafra. Those are the people we are looking for. That is the 100 we're talking about. So there are some people who serve IPOB in various capacities. We have officers, both junior and senior. That doesn't mean they meet this criteria. This criteria is meant for the, I don't know, let me not say it live on air. That's when the time comes, you know. And thank you very much for your question. I welcome it and I love it.
No.
Thank you very, very much. If you have called us before,
you will know. Now, our Prime Minister made them understand that no matter what they try to destroy this thing that Nnamdi Kanu is doing, and even what he himself is doing, they can never succeed. And that as they will fall, they will never ever rise again. Never. They will never rise again.
For the month of November, woto woto to the enemies of Biafra. Woto woto to the enemies of Biafra. When we land on you, we will destroy everything you have except you are genuinely fighting for Biafra. Woto woto to the enemies of Biafra. Woto woto to those who sold Nnamdi Kanu either directly or indirectly. Woto woto to those who have joined their hand after thought to betray Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra. Woto woto to those who have soiled their hands in the blood of innocent Biafrans and innocent ESN commanders. You will never know peace.
Never.
Woto woto to you who say Biafra will not come. Woto woto to those who say if Biafra, instead of Biafra to come, they will rather die. Woto woto to all of you. The gods of our land have destroyed you. You will never rise again.
Never.
You will never, ever, ever rise again. You will never rise again.
Never.
Any native doctor that tries to make you rise, his power and everything he have in this life will be destroyed, completely destroyed.
Void. You see this man? I am not just his armor bearer for nothing. My soul is tied together with his soul. Together. There's no separation. The only thing that will separate me from Simon Ekpa is death. The only thing that will separate me from Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu is death. You see these two men? My loyalty to them is absolute. The only thing that will separate me and these two men that God have chosen for my freedom is the day I close my eyes and I'm dead. And the day I think of betraying them, may I not wake up the next day. The day it crossed my mind to betray any of them, maybe in my mind now, I want to betray Simon Ekpa. That day, if I sleep, make I not wake up the next day. I think I want to betray Nnamdi Kanu. If I sleep that day, the next day, make I not wake up. And those of you that have betrayed and think that you are living, you are a dead man walking. You are cursed. Especially one idiot that keeps saying, my boss, my boss, my boss. You are cursed. And the shameless woman that keep calling the name of Simon Ekpa, who has the opportunity to meet with this man, knows exactly what the man needs. There's something Simon Ekpa needs right now for us to be doing. Ngozi knows it. Ogenkere knows it. They have deprived Biafrans from coming together to do it. But that thing will be done. Oh. It will be done. There's something very, very important we need to achieve. Something that PM doesn't even want us to mention on air. I keep saying it here that I needed 40 people. But up till, do you know that when I said I needed 40 people, only a handful of people contacted me. And I'm going to make that call again for the last time tonight. We still need 40 people that we do what PM Simon Ekpa wants us to do before the end of the first quarter of this year. The first quarter of this year, when does it end? April, January, February, March, April. Before the end of April, there's something we need to do. Remember, we are going to Finland in August for the appeal. I heard some of them, God-forsaken bingos, telling people about appeal in April and May. There's no appeal in April and May. I'm telling you, things will be happening. And as the things will happen, I will be bringing them to you. The appeal will be taking place in August, first week of August. I will be in Finland for that appeal, by the grace of God. But there's something the PM wants us to do. We need to do that thing. Very important. I called for 40 people. The day I eat Biafra money, the same thing I said about Nnamdi Kanu betrayer or Simon Ekpa betrayer. The day you give me money for Biafra and I eat it, that day, may I not see the next day. May I die suffocated and a mysterious death. Do you understand? So I will never betray Biafra. But one thing I want you to know, you know what we should do. You refused because you want to betray Simon Ekpa. You cannot even succeed. I know already you have betrayed them. You have betrayed Simon Ekpa already. But you think you have succeeded, but you don't know that you never succeeded. Ogenkere, you have betrayed Simon Ekpa. You think you have succeeded, but you don't know you have never succeeded. Fulani agent, you have betrayed Simon Ekpa already. You are thinking in your mind, in your small mind, that you have succeeded. Oh, you don't know you have not succeeded. This thing we need to do. I'm calling. I need to put my number. Like I'm saying, I'm going to announce it for the last time now. I'll put my number again here. Those of you that are interested, and those in diaspora, important, because those of us in diaspora, no matter how it is, we will be able to meet up in one way or the other. Those in the homeland might find it a little bit difficult. But if you're in the homeland and the Chuku Gozilgi with the resources, get in touch with me also. So, you know what Odogu wants us to do? Let me tell you, there's a scripture that says, if you, because of you say, we are seed of Abraham, we will not do anything. He said, God is able of these stones to raise up seeds for Abraham. God is able of these forgotten stones to raise up instruments of help for PM Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa needs your help. He needs your help. Let me say, he needs your help. And we need to do it, do something. This first quarter, my number is +3935100-335-21. Write me and say, contact me if you're in diaspora. Contact me. I want to be among those 40 people. And I will call you. I'll tell you what to do. Tell me, contact me. Just leave me a message on that phone number in case you have it. And you can also call Mama Biafra. I don't know who can also let you know what to do. Okay? You can also call, I don't know. Let me see. Let me bring it. Let me put the number of Mama Biafra. So those of you in the US, you can call Mama Biafra and let her know that tell her that Vam said we needed 40 people, that Odogu needed us to do something for him. I want to put I used to have that number there. I don't know why. Let me add the number again. Copy. In a minute, please. Because I'm going to make this call for the last time today, so I won't make the call again tomorrow. So because of that, for the benefit of those that are watching this program that may not have heard me make this call, I will make it for the last time. So this number, hold on, guys. Okay. Copy. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to put on. Okay. No. Oh no. Yes. If you look at the comment section, you're going to see Mama Biafra's number. I can also edit and allow the number to flow along with what I typed here. You can call her also. Vam said we needed something. We needed to do something for Odogu. Okay. Now you're going to look, if you look at the numbers floating there, you're going to see the number of Adano there. +1 562 326 3199. This is an elderly mama. She's not scared to even put her face out there, her number out there. Integrity sets us apart from some of these criminals that are deceiving some of the people. Integrity sets us apart. People like Mama Biafra, myself, Mazima Madabu, Professor Choma, Okomada Zion, Joy Irobi, Ngadobi, Dr. Sam, Mazi Azubik, Adam Nenna, and most of our reps and the people. Integrity sets us apart. That's why We're consistent. So please get in touch, call us, and let us know. I want to be a part of it. So first quarter of this month, this year, we need to get this thing done, and then we will get ready to go to Finland in August. And then by the grace of God, very beautiful news is going to come to us during this time of April and May, probably, yes, hopefully April and May. We're going to have a very fantastic news by the grace of Chukwu Kabiama concerning our Prime Minister. Very interesting news is going to come up April and May before we get to Finland. So it's going to be happening. But just have it at the back of your mind that the appeal will be happening first week of August in Finland. I will be there. But let's get this thing done. Then in April or May, by the grace of Chukwu Kabiama, something good will be happening from Finland. Something interesting will be happening. But we just need to get together and get this thing done. Okay? Thank you very much, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom. Thank you for listening to me tonight. Congratulations to Donald J. Trump. Congratulations to our brethren back home that went out today and did the needful. Congratulations to our men, the Dragon Squad that did awesomely well in Aba today. Congratulations to you all. And I want to salute my able Prime Minister, Odoguma Simon Ekpa. I want to salute our able CDS, Chief of Defense Staff, Chief General Igwe Butoso, and Major General Gentudi Yahoo. I want to salute you also. Thank God for your lives. Thank God for your health. And thank God for everything you do. The days ahead is beautiful, and it can only get better. Tell your neighbor it can only get better. Our worst days are over. Believe me, our worst days are over. It can only get better. So those of you that find it easy to get across to Ada, no, Mama Biafra, call her on that number and tell her that Vam told us something, and then she will talk to you. And then if you be Sabo, you won't call because you just want to mock yourself. Yeah. It attracts a curse when you try to mock the people of God, especially these servants of the Most High, Chukwu Kabiam, my Simon Ekpa and our Onyendu. There's a curse that associates mocking anything that has to do with their well-being and their welfare, because they have sacrificed more than enough, more than. So don't take their sacrifices for granted.